What's up, everyone? Good morning. Good evening. Good afternoon. Darkness. What's up, Reiniction? What's up, Damar? Hello and goodbye, Sir Gotcha. Speedy, what's up? Enderlord, how you doing? Comey, Baki. What's up, everyone? Apple Fruity, right turn sign. What's up? What's up? How you doing, Kent? Hey Jacko, how you doing? I'm just letting everyone know now. My body hurts. It's the reason I didn't stream this morning. So I don't know. I may be able to get through this. We'll see. I don't know how long these last 2 nodes are, so bro is getting freaky all morning. Yeah, freaky with the gym. They better play this at the Synthesia. At AS this year, they better play this song. Man, the W hug, I know, right? It's the most vulnerable we've seen her, I think, in the entire, like, I mean, Arknights, I don't even know if that really counts as vulnerable. Like, this is vulnerable. Like, she is like a kid. This year's fan voted, right? Or is it just one song? I don't know. Update me. How's AS looking this year? Oh, by the way, I'm going to be doing AS on the other channel, if that's cool with you guys. I'm going to be doing AS on the Griffline channel. All good? Okay, cool. Yeah, because normally I do it on this channel. I'm going to be doing it on the Griffline channel this year. I'm going to slowly try and like pull some of my stuff over. I don't want all the Arknight stuff to be on that channel because it's not technically Griffline, it's YoStar, but stuff like the concert and stuff that's coming from Hypergryph, yeah, we're going to do it on the other channel. What's up, Sakuru? How you doing, bro? What's up, Frosty? Magia? I just want to say thank you to all of you guys for bearing with me through this entire thing, because we literally went through this whole long story much sooner than I expected, and you guys have been like really cool about how long it took me. And sometimes when I was stuttering, you kind of just vibed with it, like you didn't make it a big deal. So I appreciate you guys. I'm looking forward to those English voiceovers in infield. I'm telling you that much. All the like stuttering removes you from the entire experience, and it sucks, and I know that. So by the way, there might be Arknight live streams next weekend, considering January 16th is anniversary. And there might be a CN New Year stream, just speculation. Keep me updated because I will do them here, and you know, we'll cover them as usual. That burp. Isn't it usually at the end of the month? There's always a Chinese New Year stream. Yeah. That'll be a sweet event. We'll see. That'll be cool. Mid to late January packed for Arknights players. Yeah, it's gonna be dope because we have the anniversary stream for both global and for CN. That's usually a jam-packed stream too, especially the CN one, because that's all new stuff. The global one, yeah, sure, we're kind of privy to what's coming a little bit. Then we have infield on the 16th of January, assuming that I get in. We're still waiting for them invites, man. It got me kind of anxious. Yeah, infield and I'm pretty sure when is AS supposed to be? When is that usually? Is that like mid-year? That's not in January or February. That's usually like mid-year, right? Mid-year. Okay. So we won't be seeing that anytime soon. They tell you on the 8th, right? No, they closed the invite, or they closed the signups for everyone on the 8th. They've already closed the content creator signups, but the normal signups close on the 8th. I don't know when they're actually going to tell us, but it's on the 16th, so they have to tell us shortly after, right? The 8th is next Wednesday, probably on the 9th. They'll probably tell us on the 9th because that aligns with like the Tuesday, Thursday thing. And the 16th is on that next Thursday. I'm going to try my best to not work on the 16th and 17th. I just want to stream and record so I can make videos on the game. Yeah. So I wonder if they're doing announcements in waves for access. I have no idea how they're going to do it, but I do know that they're going to send content creator invites first. So I'm just waiting for that. And if I don't get into the content creator program, then I want to at least hopefully get into the normal beta, right? So we have a lot of stuff coming up. It's going to be dope. I promise you, if I could only cover Arknights, I would only cover Arknights. That's crazy to say. If I can only cover Arknights, I would only cover Arknights. Some of the stuff of all time. I want them to do the same thing with W, what they did with the same thing with Amiya as they did with W. They need to release that skin, a W skin from the AS 2023. Geez, that much faith? Let me tell you how much faith I have in infield. I'm so... Remember that rant I went onto a day before they published the trailer for Arknights Infield? The rant that I went on about unique games. This is a unique game. This is a unique game in so many respects. It's not open world, it's open zone, so they're gonna have to be unique with it. Otherwise it's just gonna get stale. Knowing the Arknights devs, the story has to be good, or else the game's just not going to do well, because there's two audiences for Arknights. There's the gameplay guys, the guys that just make guides and want to cover the combat sections of the game, and then there's the story enjoyers, maybe three, the audience that enjoys both. Infield, I think they're going to have much more than that. They're going to have the combat enjoyers, they're going to have the story enjoyers, they're going to have the base guys, they're going to have the lore guys. I feel like this is like, maybe I have too much faith in this, but I feel like there's so much opportunity for this game to be like one of the biggest gotchas, and it's coming to PS5 too, as well as mobile. There's so much opportunity here that's nuts, and I truly believe in this game. I truly do. If the opportunity comes when I can only cover Arknights Infield and Arknights, just the two games, I'd take it in a heartbeat. If I knew that I'd be okay in terms of like my YouTube channel, I'd take it. This is the first time I felt like I'm actually enjoying a game to the point where I'm passionate about it. Like, I like Aether Gazer. I like all the other games I cover. It's not that I don't like the games. The feelings that I've shown to you guys over time for every single one of these games. I do like them, but this is the first time I've been fully invested in something. I actually would drop everything if the opportunity came and my channel would be okay. That is how much faith I have in it. Yep. In a heartbeat. Hell, I'll say it this way. If Griffline dropped me a contract today, I'd sign it. And then I'd only cover Arknights. Well, Griffline games. Because then I don't have to worry about the financial aspect of it. I can just cover the game. Yeah. Papacom included? Absolutely. That's a dangerous way of thinking, no? How so? Because think about it. That takes away the burden of having to worry about all the other things I have to do on a channel to keep my channel alive. I'm gonna still have this channel, right? Because this channel is my, hey, I'm gonna show you new games channel. That other channel, that is going to be my, like, that will be the main channel moving forward. I'm not kidding. HD won't do that though. Hey man, I'm not gonna count it out because anything can happen, but I know my chances of getting something like that are slim. Play X Asterisk again? Would you guys watch me play the game again? It has been updated, and I haven't played it since it's updated. Oh, that's sick. That's sick. And I still haven't played RA. Comey's been on my ass to play the I forget the name of the Laterino. Thank you. I was thinking, I couldn't think of it. Yeah, Comey's been on my ass about Laterino. I swear there's so much Arknights content I could cover if I just knew I'd be okay. Listen to your sugar mommy and she will reward you handsomely. Got it. Donate even more. I hate you, Comey, but I love you, Comey. Like, it's... I know this is coming from a place of just like... You guys don't understand. And I'll stop ranting soon because I know we got to get into the story, but you guys don't understand. I haven't felt like I wanted to do something revolving around one specific game since Genshin and a little bit at the beginning of PGR before everything just took a turn. I haven't felt this passionate about any of the games that I've played because they just haven't hit the right place. And I think the reason I'm so excited for Infield is because of the attachment that I have to Arknights. I know they'll do the game justice. Like, I truly feel like I'm making the right decision by focusing on that game with the other channel. Bruh, I'm gonna tell you the real reason I haven't started RA. I start it and I get crushed by the first fucking raid. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I've looked up videos on it, but they're just telling you how to rush through shit. And I don't want to rush through anything. I want to know what I'm doing. We can do a RA coaching stream. Okay. You know what? I'll take you up on that, Baki. After we crush all of this, I have like a few sponsored videos that I got to work on. But yeah, I'm gonna take you up on that. You and Sugar Mama can help me. Did you check the message above that? What did you say? Lowlight mentioned that he wanted to create something unique in the gacha space. I mean, as long as above that too. Cause we're having a lot of time left this week. Do you want to cover Arknights to Arknights infield connection lore? It would be pretty much just you guys telling me what's going on in connection to the two, because I haven't played the IS. I think it's IS. Yeah, I haven't played IS, Integrated Strategies, and every time I try, I don't have like time to just focus on it. It's the only reason I have to dedicate a whole week to just doing the story, because I just don't have the time, and it sucks. It's more about you doing things. I've collected everything so that you can go through it and then ask questions about it. So it's more of you doing things. Bet. You know what? And I'll even do that on the other channel just to talk about it. Yeah, we can plan something around that. Cool. Yeah, we can do that. RA coach for a low price of $1 a week. Shut up, Magia. There's lore posts on Twitter. I never know. Okay, I don't. No offense to the people posting them. I am behind an actual lore when it comes to the side stories and everything. I don't necessarily read those because I don't really know what's going on. Like, I just saw someone put together that Snowshine. Once again, I forgot her real name. I know it starts with an A. Don't blast me for it. She's a defender, right? Yeah, Aurora. That this is the same one because of her badge. And I was like, you guys are paying so much attention to this shit. Like, these are things I don't even look for. And lastly, if you don't feel like doing some chapter 14 discussing with Comey and me today, you're aching all over. I have at least 2 short videos to round up chapter 14. Her shield also says Aurora. Can you send me that picture? Oh, her snowboard. You shared that picture? What, in the Discord? See, y'all catch stuff I don't even like look at, man. This is crazy. What do y'all just, okay, be honest. Do y'all just stare at the picture all day and just like look for little clues in every little detail of her design? Is that what you guys do? Like, how do you catch some of this stuff? Hold on. Defender. Aurora. Her hair looks different too. She doesn't have the band in her hair anymore. Yeah, we analyze frame by frame. That's crazy, man. Yeah, I saw this here. Yeah, you guys can't see that. Hold on. Man, you guys are crazy. Who Arknights ARG breakdown stream win? Jeez. Okay. You guys are asking for a lot of Arknight stuff. I'm gonna see what I can do. It's just cool to see you guys asking for this shit. ARG guys are cracked as fuck. Okay, they're uploading the recent streams now. Okay, cool. Tales of Past. Do you watch my, like, I mean, are you in here? Like, are you like in the stream? If you're not in here, when you watch this later, can you post a way to reach you in your actual, like when you upload this, can you put it in your comment section? I would love to reach out to you because I want to upload some of my stuff to my Arknights channel, but me personally, I don't have the time. So please, if you see this, reach out to me or put your QQ or WeChat information in the comment section of your own video or the re-upload. Yeah, this is Billy. All right, let's I looked myself up because they upload my streams and stuff, and I like to read the comments of what the Chinese audience says. Like sometimes they catch shit that I never would have seen. All right, enough ranting and talking about stuff. Let's get into this story here. Look at this ego surfing. I mean, if that's what you want to call it. If that's what you want to call it. I don't have a way to communicate with the Chinese audience. That's the only way that I have to do it. So, like, seeing them enjoy the streams and what they look for from my content, it just kind of, it helps me learn ways to... Oh, I know you're joking. But that's actually what people think it is. And really, it's just like, I don't have a way to be a part of the Chinese community that watches my streams. So yeah, you guys have seen me kind of during a previous game that I played. I let it kind of get to me a little bit, but I think I'm way past that now. I don't really care if of most of the negative stuff. So yeah, it's fine now. Okay. 1423. Is this the short one or the long one? And the long one's probably, or the next one's probably down here. I clawed you from the brink of quitting. I'll do it again. I appreciate you, bro. This is the long one. Okay. Whew. All right. Let's get into it. Hit that like button, please. Please, guys, please. Okay. Wait, this is Babel? It's black and white. It's a flashback. With the help of his friends, the puppet crossed the river of tears and even the golden ocean behind him they don't know about. Finally, they set foot on land once again and found that plains of hope. Theresa, do you like the ending I came up with? Of course I do. The puppet's friends, that's my favorite part of your story. But how did the story actually end, Theresa? Theresa? I can't recall ever having this conversation with Theresa, but I've dreamed of it happening countless times. Okay. It meant the story would finally get an ending it never had, and that the storyteller never left. I want to tell her I already have the power to change how the story ends. The question I wasn't able to answer back then, and the answer I found. I am willing and able to bear this crown. Amiya's grown up so much, man. Amiya. Metal matter, fall like feather. There's no way we can stabilize this huge ass thing. We'll end up a smear on the ground at this rate. It's so cool that they call her Wisadel now. I love this lore for her. I do. Time to get to work, Ancestor. I am trying. Oh, it's responding now. I am trying. Regaining control of the ship is no easy feat. Quit pretending. How were you so good at it when you were working for the military commission? Insolence. Treat your elders with more respect, young Sarkis. I love this for Wisadel. I love it. We have to brace ourselves for the impact of the from the airship's emergency landing. Monster, protect the doctor and Amiya. Fuck W. Doctor, they need me. Amiya. The puppet's friends never gave up on him, no matter how they suffered. Whenever the puppet needs them, they show up, catch him, and walk him through his troubles together. That's what I wish for too. I hope I'll always be there when you need me. She's looking at me? Theresa. But what we go through, things don't always go our way. Some of the little puppet's friends will get lost while on their journey, but their collective memories will accompany their little puppet friend to the end. Amiya, I will always be with you all, regardless of what form I take. Theresa, are you leaving? What are you saying, Amiya? I left long ago. What? You're not Theresa? Amiya, the memories in your dreams are warm, but you should wake up now. Return to your companions, Amiya. They need you. Okay. I see what's going on now. Understand. Oh, and it's not black and white anymore. Oh, the little detail there to make sure you know that this is like currently happening. Your journeys have yet to end. How did you end up here? We just left the assimilated universe. I remember the airship returning to our familiar sky. Iridium crystals covered the entire ship, receding like the tide. This is the most I can do with my incantations. I'm afraid there's no way to absorb all the impact force. I'm trying my best here. One more time, old coot. Monster. Everyone needs me. What can I even do now? Believe in your strength, Amiya. I mean, you're busted now. You're busted now. You're a DPS healer. You're busted now. I will help you. Every inch of the gigantic ship vibrates in a metallic shudder. The airship's speed of descent slows down once more. God, man. I just wish they... This is the only thing. This is the only thing. I just wish they had a higher quality version of the art in the game. I know it's for compression reasons, to make sure that everything fits in the game for these mobile devices, but man, if they could just have this in super HD, like even when they zoom in, it still looks good. That'd be fantastic. She uses everything Theresa has taught her with all her strength to prop up the monstrously huge vessel. A warm power like a murmur from her dreams encircles Amiya. She feels as if that person who left has returned, hugging her. Theresa? I'm here. Oh. Oh. My fucking heart. Amiya has never experienced a feeling like this. The Civilite Eterna's power enveloping her, abundant and warm. Is this an illusion, or is she still dreaming? Theresa, is that really you? Well done, Amiya. You have to believe in your comrades and your own strength too. We'll descend slowly. Oh, don't disappear. Don't disappear, please. You have that for me? Oh, you're awesome. Every Sarkis on the battlefield raises their head, as if sensing a familiar aura. The silhouette of a supposedly dead king of Sarkis appears in the radiance. With a sigh, they no longer see her. Only a gentle goddess with a similar form to the person they were expecting to see. We landed safely, I guess? Was that old thing actually useful, or... Bunny, why do you look like... Risadel, what about me? Forget it. Did we end up in Lindenium? The shard doesn't seem so far away. Yes, the airship is a huge target, so the Sarkis stationed within the city will soon come looking for us. We have to evacuate as quickly as we can. I have something better in mind. Blow it up. You're gonna blow it up. You're gonna put bombs everywhere so that when they come, they're gonna... Yeah, I know. We're on the same wavelength. You're smart. Theresa. No, you're not. I'm the only one who could see you, right? Yes. Others can see me as well, only if you wish it so. Wait. Did they make having her lore accurate? Just, who are you? A promise. Theresa promised to stay by your side and watch you grow up. Theresa is gone forever, but she left a program inside the crown I manifested in this form because of your emotions. That is dope. A piece of her is always there with her, even though it's not actually her. Oh, that's sick. A promise, an emotion entrusted into the crown. A will that relies on Civilite Eterna to exist. Do you have any doubts, Amiya? I can answer them. If Theresa truly left you here as her will, the story about the puppet and its ending, what was it that Theresa wanted to tell me? I knew it. Theresa made up that story herself. There are no records of it existing in any works. So there's no way I can answer that question. But you have surpassed her as she wished. What she wanted to say has already passed on to you. It's up to you to decide what happens next in the story. Thank you, Teresa. Oh man, so the crown is giving a phantom-like imagery of her that only Amiya can see. Did you guys see that? The Sarkis airship fell from the sky. The clouds, they're scattering. The Sarkis can't control the storm anymore. Amiya and the doctor did it? No matter how short or long this moment of safety lasts, we must seize the opportunity. Capture Silver Rock Bluffs and advance toward the city walls. Rout the Sarkis. Today, the second time, we witness her departure. A great king of Sarkis, a true hero. She initiated an unprecedented grand undertaking for the Sarkis, and we are witnesses and participants. From the royal court's camps to the war council, and to the military commission of today, we will never fall as long as the war still goes on. We have already wrested enough victories for the Sarkis over the past millennium. He looks up at that dreadful scene in the sky with only reverence. The Victorians zealously chase after the phantom of victory while never understanding why we crave war in the first place. From death comes new life. This war has sated me. The 106th Assault Artillery Brigade has successfully regrouped with the 2nd and 8th Battalions of the Duke of Normandy's Grenadier Regiments. 9th Battalion Armored Corps and the Exemplars have seized control of Hill 92. Anti-witchcraft cannons back online. Mid-range communication has been restored. Your Grace, the battlefield is back under our control. What of him? Gastro is severely damaged and should still be. Hold on. We managed to locate it. It's right next to us? Your Grace, an urgent telegram from the Duke of Godolin. Have our forces dispatched to Duskglow River. Withdraw at once. Yes, Your Grace. Your Grace, were we late? All frequencies went down simultaneously. He blinded every single eye of ours. That Duke of Wellington. Many years ago, by Duskglow River, he told me a day would come when nothing would be able to stop the advance of the high-speed battleships. He's done it. Your Grace, the Gastro has paused its advance. The Iron Duke's warships are forming up again. 3 light battleships have turned their guns towards us, right? Towards them. Isn't that the Duke of Wellington ship? What the bloody hell are they doing? The Sarkis have only just retreated, but he wants to start another war with the Dukes right away? Has he truly gone mad? The dead, that fire in their eyes. The nearby Adjutant Hill stops in its tracks. The purple fire leaves from his eyes, floating to someplace higher, further away. To shadows and smoke enshrouding an entire fleet of steel. Sorry, I've been talking all day, so clear my throat because it's just a lot. Your Royal Highness Ablana, are you ready? Anytime. Flame falls from the sky, rolling across the flagship's bow, burning the original flag instantly. Similar fires blossom in purple one after the other on every ship in Wellington's fleet. He literally said, let's run it back. I ain't done yet. Huh? What day is it today? What's with the fireworks? Heck, not just that. Isn't that the Manipus? Let me sound it out because it's killing me. Municipal building. Was that the what was that they just rolled down from there? That's the administration building? Oh, okay. It's a new flag. We worked so hard just for today, you know? I still really like her design. So it looks nice, doesn't it? Thank you for the flower, Miss Reed. Aw, Reed's here. It's so pretty. What are you looking at, miss? We are quite the distance from Ladunium, right? Could the ashes from the battlefield float this far? A spark falls on the Draco fingertip. The fleeting purple fades, leaving only a speck of dull gray ash. It's hot. Tara, after a century, we finally raise our flag once more on this land. We have proved our strength to the Sarkas and the Victorians. Here and now, no one will be able to stop us, to scorn us. Tarans, my people, they shall become a force that can control the war and shape the land. We shall let everyone see the coming of a new age. The Draco raises her hand, smiling at the land. It only took moments for her to capitalize on this moment. Every Taran flag flutters in unison. A rich people coalesces under the clouds. Finally, it stands against the crimson storm and the still flickering golden light. It really has no intention of letting us breathe. That's exactly what I was thinking. Wellington, do you truly hate Victoria, or... Your Grace, an urgent telegram from the Duke of Gododin. And the Duke of Normandy, as well as the Duke of Fife. Let them sit in their anxiety for a while. Back then, we joined hands to confine this warmonger into a duke's attire. Now we have no choice but to suffer the consequences of our actions. Go fetch the proposal locked away in the first drawer on the right side of my desk. I wrote it myself before I came to Londinium. Would the Iron Duke be willing to restart negotiations? No, that's not it. Victoria will no longer have an Iron Duke in future, but Castor may perhaps find a new powerful ally. By reforging an alliance with Wellington at this time, this is in our best interests. He knows I will make this choice. He and King Galil's descendant, treat war and death like their bargaining chips. We must recognize Tara's incompetence if we don't wish to go to war on two fronts in this critical juncture. Our soldiers and people will be furious once they find out about Wellington's betrayal. They won't accept our choice so easily either. Indeed, but what of it? People have always longed for a hero that descends from the heavens to guide them. What? I said the wrong word? Hold on. Independent. What did I say? Where? What's going on? We recognize Tara's independence. What did I say? I said incompetence. I glanced over the word and thought I knew what I was saying, so sorry. The Duke casts her gaze towards the battlefield below. Anti-Tara sentiment from Chaotik. Shut up. The soldiers are excitedly chanting a name in wake of their fresh, decisive victory. Exemplars. Oh man, this is gonna... I'm anticipating that the Exemplars are gonna have a harder time being independent as a result, because we've already seen it through this whole section of the story, right? Like all the well, the Duke of Castor's trying to, no, it was the Duke of Gododin. The Duke of Gododin was trying to, no, it was both. It was Castor and Gododin. They were trying to get them to go to their sides. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot harder for them. It will be peak. She certainly doesn't resemble her father. Other than her golden hair, speaking of which, it's amusing how legitimate heirs to the Aslan royal line always sport such dazzling hair that you can see it shine from afar. You mean Alexandrina? That girl might just be Victoria's chosen one. Yeah, this is gonna be really hard for them. This is gonna be really hard for him, or for them. The ducal fleets are reconstructing their formation. I almost did it again. They're slowing their pursuit. So that's why the cannons go all quiet. What are they thinking? The Sarka has only just retreated, so now's the best time to give them a thrashing. Yes, I know who Alexandrina is. A siege. Who's not showing on the screen yet. That's Gododin's frigate. They're approaching. The wreck of Castor's flagships seems like he's taking the opportunity for a breather. Just that? Huh? Wait. I was just about to say, what are you guys trying to say? It's probably because he's scared the ships are going to take so long to repair that the undead will rush into the deck and devour them all. When's the last time we saw Londinium's walls? Are they cracked wide open, covered in iridium crystals, or soaked in fresh blood, all covered with the death branches, or even inlaid with the bones of our people? When we got out of Norport, many of us might have thought that was the worst we'd experienced. I'm slowing down because I'm already seeing that I'm messing up. But afterwards we saw a deck flooded with blood and went through a perilous time, all thanks to that Iridium. We watched as the war turned our city into an unrecognizable ruin. Is there anyone who would be willing to puff out their chest and say they can imagine how the city looks they can imagine how the city looks like inside? The Duke's spies should have more information than we do. From their conduct, Castor and the others are probably preparing to abandon Londinium. A Normandic city wrecked by Sarkas may be worth less than a fleet formed at a high price. Also, the shard is truly yet to fall. No one knows if the Sarkas have any remaining tricks to try, or if another city will turn into a battlefield. More nobles might decide to move their troops back home. Blasted, I knew they'd pull something like that. Wasn't she just describing a hypothetical? Like, she said might. Yeah, she said might. Saying like this is certainty. Win a tough fight, and then not give a crap about what's going to happen in Londinium. Yes, as you say, that's what they definitely do. So, it's just another ordinary day for Victoria. As for us, we've decided a long time ago what we should do, haven't we? Siege walks into the crowd. For a moment, she can't discern if someone belongs to the Exemplars or was saved by them. Everyone is exhausted, but they still hold their heads up high. Siege knows that she doesn't have much to say. Because open eyes will not close so easily anymore. Everyone watches Siege. Oh, that's what was going on. It was like everyone was looking in that. Okay, I get it. Siege looks towards Londinium, their city, their people. She lifts the hammer in her hand. Exemplars, advance. Enough, enough. Please just withdraw the order. The shard is already stopped, so how can we go on fighting? What else can we do now but to be smashed into space by a high-speed battleship? Shut up. Shut that fucking mouth of yours. We are at war, and this is a battlefield. Hide in here all you want, and some feline will eventually lop your head off anyway. Pick up your blade. If we must die, we die with dignity. There's no other way we can go. What's going on? Who else could use the Royal Court's frequency? Whose signal is this? Hello? Hello? Can anyone hear me? Wisadel's the name, the one and only granted by Her Highness the King of Sarkis Theresa herself. Every Sarkis still under the military commission's command, listen up. I don't care if you came here after hearing whatever nonsense from Theresa's or some Royal Court geezer. I'm delighted to announce the war has ended and you guys lost. But Her Highness says she wants to have every Sarkis return home. So if you want to live, it's time to ignore orders from the military commission and do as this transmission says. Oh, and I should have mentioned it earlier. This is Babel. That's such a flex. Wait, there was layers to that. There was layers to that. Hey, this is some person that you do not know, Wisadel. They know her because she's W, but you get what I'm saying. Hey, this is someone that you do not know. You lost the war. Stop trying to claim a win that you will not have. By the way, Babel's the reason you lost. There's layers to that shit. That's a flex. Quick, follow me. This path is safe. We haven't spotted any Sarkis for the time being. A transmission? Our own exemplar frequency. Misclosure. I'm listening. Turn the volume up some more. Everyone should be able to hear it now. Wow, did I hear that right? That siege lady did it. She brought back our people with her. And together pave a way. And together pave a way? Oh, a way home. Okay, it finished with her. We sent the squad closest to the location over. Fang's squad is also on their way. She's the fastest out of all of them, and she can help us ensure that the road stays clear. Right. Next, I just have to find a relatively safe spot for rendezvous. No need for that. Misclosure. We're quite close to the city walls. Every maintenance access point is inside my head. Every member of the SSC who pulled out from Londinium won't forget them. There are some very odd passages the Sarkis definitely have no clue about. We can go home. The frequency you care about is active. Is this Manfred's perspective? Judging from their speed, they're practically rushing toward the city. I still can't believe I didn't realize this out. Come on, man. Passages the Sarkis don't know about only number a few. God, she looks so good in this crazy person's outfit. They'll definitely pick the path closest to Highbury. K13. Something happened in there before. Feist won't risk that with his party. It's probably K15. If they go through somewhere else, spread some news about munitions factory number 11 and figure a way to learn them there. Same rules as usual? Yes. Clean that path up as much as you can. And don't get spotted when we make a kill, yeah? Huh? You're more wary with these regular workers and the exemplars than you are with the Sarkis. In case something does go awry, could you just let me know if you see them as friend or foe? That's what I was just thinking. That doesn't matter. The person they knew is no longer here. She's probably going to be an enemy in some way, shape, or form soon. That disgraceful traitor died. Yeah, in the mausoleum of kings, and is no longer worthy of receiving the glory they threw away themselves. She hears a faint, familiar sound once more, again and again, agitating her eardrums and heart. But there is no white steam in the sky at all. Perhaps it's merely a sound of active originium rapidly evaporating into the air. That armor, did it fly away? We haven't gotten any news. The Sarkas might have taken it apart, or maybe originium buried it on the battlefield. You achieved your goal for now by leading it to the size of kings to help the exemplars out. Okay, that's a good sign. But it is really difficult to control. Do we have to figure out a way to retrieve it? Let's not risk ourselves with that yet. Sure. I mean, it might just pop out on its own accord whenever. Who knows what a mad ghost would want to do next? Perhaps, or maybe, when next we meet, we can find a bit of something that belongs to him. I'm so curious about her. Because I was pretty sure when we saw her again, right? She was going to be in some way helpful to Siege. And yes, she was helpful to the exemplars in this capacity, but I'm not sure whose side she's on at this point and what her goals are. Of course, we're not supposed to know because she was just thrown in our face. But she feels indebted. Is that how you feel she feels? Because the way she just described all of that, it's kind of like that whole situation and everything about her past self is just, she doesn't see it as relevant anymore after betraying her last time. I mean, I get it, but like she said, in her own words, that disgraceful traitor died in the mausoleum of kings and is no longer worthy of receiving the glory they threw away themselves. She does not see herself as that person anymore. There's no way of knowing for certain what her new goal is. Yeah, indebted is the wrong word. She feels unworthy of standing by Siege's side. That makes more sense. Which side is she on is now the question. Yeah, and we probably won't know until next chapter, right? I'm guessing they don't even hint it for the rest of this. So, yeah, the next chapter is most likely when we're going to find out what the hell's going on and why she just suddenly showed up again. Because she didn't really play a huge part in this war. She lured the Steam Knight to help the exemplars, and that's it. Everything else was just lured to let us know that she was here. She probably still wants to help Victoria, but is against the Dukes and too afraid to side with the exemplars either. I don't think afraid is the word. She seems like a completely different person. But yeah, she armed civilians, led the Steam Knight, and then distanced herself from everyone else taking on a defensive stand. So she armed the civilians as well. Huh. Yeah, I guess we'll see next chapter. No, absolutely not. You know just how rare it is to find protective gear able to cope with high levels of originium and lindinium anyways. We might learn more in the Siege Ultra event that's coming after all, but I don't know. Has that been confirmed? There's a Siege Ultra event? Again, she's probably gonna be Siege's shadow who helps her from the sidelines. I don't know. Look at the lore spoilers. You forgot? Yeah, I forgot. I don't even know remember what she looks like. You saw the PV? Yeah, I don't even remember who she looks like. Siege altar. Is it safe for me to look this up? I've already seen it, right? Oh shit. We just watched this. Never mind. Never mind. I remember. Okay, I remember now. I feel stupid. Okay, I just needed to look. We just watched this. Okay. My bad. I was in my head like, what does a siege altar look like? Okay, yeah. I just need to see it. We're good. We're back on the same page, I think. I hope. No, absolutely not. You know just how rare it is to find protective gear able to cope with the high levels of iridium and lindinium nowadays. No, I just have a lot going on, Takeru. This is why I just want to focus on this game. I don't want to have to worry about all the other stuff anymore. I'd be here. I'd be present at all times. Bro, insert a memory card to his brain. Shut the... I'm gonna ban you for that. But your price is just too high. We have a lot of people in our community who needs these. So can't you just cut it down? You just told me your wife and child have stones growing on them and they can't bear with the pain. I'll be frank, me too. Every night it gets so bloody painful I can't catch a wink. I just burped and talked at the same time. That hurt. I suspect the same goes for everyone in the city. These wretched crystals are growing wantonly on everybody. Not to mention those devils anxiously running amok now. So listen well, a price is fairer than fair. You're worried for your health, but I have to plan for my future. Columbia's private sanatoriums. Oh, I said it right. Sanatoriums don't come cheap. I know a director there who's a cunning scoundrel, and I only hope he doesn't con me out of my coin. I also have to pay my servants, my chef. What's going on? Mr. Hall, have the Sarkis found us? Hurry, get moving, and push out those paupers still clinging around our doorway to buy some time. Those devils can't tell whose lives are more valuable. No, that's not it. They're not Sarkis. Blasted, they've smashed in our warehouse wall. Now everyone's rushing in to grab the goods inside. We can't stop them. What do I pay you for? Where are your electrical nets and heavy crossbows? I don't care if you attract some Sarkis as long as you keep the goods safe. But they have fire on their side. Fire? Oh, shit. Okay, so this isn't just some random people. Okay. Reunion with Tallulah. This is crazy. Good day, Mr. Hall. I know you people. Reunion, right? The city's been all abuzz about your group these past few days. Listen to me, Reunion. I don't know why there's a misunderstanding between us. I'm infected too. We're basically family, right? We can work together. Yeah, bullshit. Just name a price. How much for you to be my bodyguards? Reunion does not accept employment offers. Then, how about a share of my sales or a donation? I can make a donation as an infected. The city's infected need all these urgently. Aren't we the people you fight for? No. No, you're not. Person with money and using that money to take advantage of? Absolutely not. Donation? That's not the tune you were whistling earlier. I see. I get it now. I should have thought of it earlier. Huh. Of course. Everyone would want all of this for themselves. You're just capitalizing on another crime. See, this is exactly why they should get rid of you. This ties with the last chapter with the guard's final words. Can you send me what you're referring to in Discord? You want to set the score? Sure, I'll begin. Steward Hall, you applied for a huge subsidy every year for protective equipment because of your factory's processes of Originium. But your workers have never seen a single garb of protective gear you've accumulated. The infected living in the outskirts of town, just how many of them were your workers who were kicked out from the factory? Not blindly saving the infected, but saving the oppressed, even if the oppressors are infected themselves. Yeah, that's what I was just saying earlier. I just don't remember what you're referring to in terms of where this picked up from. I want to see that so that I have it fresh in my mind as I'm continuing on. The tape recorder. When he died in the fire. Nope. Yeah. Nope. Child's I forgot. It's been like 2 months. See, I'm glad you forgot too, because it makes it a little better. But your workers have never seen a single garb of protective gear you've accumulated. The infected living in the outskirts of town, just how many of them were your workers who were kicked out of your factory? Meanwhile, you stuffed yourself with Columbian Pioneer Company meetings, failing to send all this gear out before the war broke out in Londinium must have cost you a pretty penny. But you still thought yourself lucky. Londinium's done for. All the protective suits you almost deemed a loss came in handy once again. What do you people want? Are you not a group of... I hate this guy so much. Are you not a group that liberates the infected? Look, just look at all the stones all over my body. Physical illness is not the source of the infected suffering. It is injustice. Double click by accident. Your luck has just run out, Mr. Hall, because reunion is here. What did this guy think was gonna happen? Like, I'm confused a little bit because he kind of sounded like he thought he was in the safe, or in a safe zone, because he had the protective gear. Then Tallulah and Nine come rushing in. He switches up quickly, thinking they're gonna side with him because he's infected. He's rich and pampered. He had to have known that. Sometimes I wonder if Arknights purposely writes these stupid people to make it seem like they had no common sense at all. Even though he's rich, he should have had some sort of common sense, man. Bro thought he's safe. Exactly, he's dumb. You're Tallulah, right? I heard of you. It's all thanks to you. He thinks money is everything. Yeah, that's obviously what was going on. I double pressed again. Just doing what I should do. Catherine. This is a lot of protective suits we have here. We'll have to distribute them. Even if infection is inevitable for some, this equipment can slow the disease progression for those already sick. At the very least, they won't suddenly explode into bits from continuous exposure in a high-level Originium zone. But most infected choose to hide in their homes, so they wouldn't know who to ask for help even if the condition gets terribly dire. So let's go look for them. Tommy, you know how dangerous that is? Of course. That odd thing hanging above the shard seems to be gone, and the sky seems to have lightened up a bit. Guess the Sarkas are having some trouble. Our blokes are saying a huge amount of Sarkas are retreating into the city. They're also swarming the spot where that flying fortress fell. That also makes sense. Yeah, they're looking to yeah, that makes a lot of sense that they'd be checking out what happened with the Revenant. According to the current alert level, going out is practically suicide. Then we were doomed long ago, right? I understand. My brother lives in County Castire. You've met him. If I don't make it back, just give my wrench to him. If possible, tell him I was a... Nah, forget it. Tell him nothing. Also, Catherine, my stance towards you, Feist, SSC, and Rhodes Islanders has never changed. There's no meaning in saying that. What's happened won't change. But you can influence change wherever's yet to happen, kid. Then we're all good to go. He's ending this. He's ending his life doing the right thing to help people. Like, that's crazy. I love it. I found you the thing, but do your reading for now. Not send it to me. That's quite brave of them. You spent quite some time staring at some of those punks. They turned their backs on us. Reunion nearly collapsed because of traitors. DM'd it? Okay. A single hand extends from the metal and debris, holding onto guard's recorder. Or are the people we unite with the people we want to fight alongside? Only the infected? Only them? We infected are just a culmination of the decay there is. We gather as one because of our shared experience. Oh, guard, the one that passed. Okay. Now okay, that's what's going on. Okay. Holy, this streamer, shut up, man. You're scaring me, man. You know, I don't know how I'm scaring you. I've been doing this ever since we started this. There's just so much lore here. It's so much to remember. I don't know how you guys do this. I really don't. Too much brown dust. Oh, shut the hell up. But what unites us is not the disease. Let's say we meet a noble abusing his power to exploit the people. How would we treat him? If he was actually an infected, we can't use our infection as a soul. Oh my god, yeah, yes. Our companions must share the same belief. We will not only retaliate against the humiliation we suffered, but also liberate the same people who have caused us pain. Yeah. Are you not a group that liberates the infected? Yeah. We're not the only ones enslaved across the land, so we should stand with them together. We need to get them to stand with us. We can't fight against disease. What should we actually be fighting against? What are we building here? Yeah, I love this shit. So that's what the streamer's been doing. Oh, shut up. Shut the fuck up. These few fellas didn't shake things up too much. Is there anyone who has never been confused in their life? We have our own rules. There are other places that could use your help, but you'll go over anyway, right? Save your strength. Avoid combat. Go get some suits from Percival and keep yourself safe. How'd you know? No, forget it. Thanks. That went smoothly. Quite a number recognized you and your fire, Tallulah. I already put the shackles back on. If only they could see my flames as hope. Now, we have a literal city of infected. Can you find a shadow of your former ideals in it? Only rubble and ruin everywhere I look. Even if we infected live our vastly different lives, we suffer from the same disease, but never the same kind of suffering. This is why reunion has to be here. If the infected are born from injustice, then we will stand against all injustice. I hate you, Dust. Chinny Chin. Chinny Ching Chin. You're finally back. Are you hurt, child? The Sarkis didn't spot you, did they? I'm fine. Thank you for letting me stay here. I brought some food back with me. How are you feeling today? There's more stones, but it's fine. It doesn't hurt. An old lady like me never had much long to live anyway. I hate when they do that. Let us know that that someone as old as her still is. Never mind. But a group came by while you were gone. They're good people. They gave me a checkup, and I asked them to come back in a bit to examine you too. A checkup? Were they doctors? Rhodes Island should be in the city by now, but I haven't managed to reconnect with them. If that was them. Doctors? I'm not sure, but they told me to look for a place with flames if I needed any help. Flames? Oh, you're back. This girl helped me so much. She's infected too, so take her with you for an examination. Breed is what I'm thinking, but if I'm wrong... It's Tallulah. Tallulah and 9. So it's you. Yes. It's been a long time, Chen. Mausoleum of Kings. The artists who carved the giant statues here many years ago never could have imagined the guards of Royal Mausoleum collapse into rubble due to the Sarkis, instead of standing for eternity together with Victoria. The firmament skeleton emerges from the deep underground, landing with a few lucky survivors. Inez, where are we? It's too quiet. We're not on a battlefield. Inez? Inez? What's going on? Inez, Hoarder is awake. Paprika, where are we? Where's Inez and W? Yeah, he still doesn't know her new name. What's become of the battlefield now? Did they recapture the lifebone already? We're currently underground with many stone giants. Inez is... W went with the others. Wait, hold on. That's too many questions at once. You recovered quicker than I thought. I thought he'd be more ruthless with you. What of him? Who knows? Aslan might have already killed him. Don't give me that look. It's good for us if he's really dead. But Inez, Paprika, now's not the time. Okay. Currently, we've stopped the lifebone in the Mausoleum of Kings. W followed the doctor and the others to stop the airship, but we don't know how they're doing. Mausoleum of Kings, are you sure? I recognize the Steam Knight's equipment. There's also plenty of Sarkis remains here, so if my hunch is right, this is where the Steam Knights were surrounded and killed back then. Any other clues? I did find something. Take a look. This is clothing? Found it on a relatively intact Sarkis skeleton. Thought it might jog your memories. There's a word embroidered here. Or in the lining, sorry. Julie? Julie. Porter, did you know them? Porter shakes his head. There are many Sarkis with names, and there's not anybody involved in the slaughter that was ordinary. She left her name here, and it should have stayed undiscovered forever, but we chanced upon her. What she and others did here will ultimately be remembered by us, but it sounds like it wasn't something to be happy about. We already have more than enough of our own buried in this foreign country after all. How many of them can we remember when everything's over? So what's next? Your injury. Weasadel. War ended live. This is Babel. Weasadel. Who? Yeah. That sounded like W. What's she up to this time? Have we received any more intelligence from outside the battlefield? Shakes head nervously. I fear we might have missed out on something very important. Or he really did try to kill me. Give yourself some time to heal. I won't die just yet. Our top priority is to contact the doctor and W. If she wasn't lying in that transmission, then she really needs us now. Seems like the battle has gone way past how I expected it to go. Regent, Theresa, what exactly have you two done? So they're really just completely out of the loop. They haven't spoken to anybody. Calls it. Oh God. You guys know what her being on the screen means. Calls it. The backup plan is working. We escaped to the underground passage covered by the chaos. Backup plan is working. We went through so much in the assimilated universe, but Iridium's special nature means we're only gone for a brief moment. This will likewise be a sudden change for the military commission. It could be a chance for us. Indeed, communications are being restored, and the Ducal Alliance will speed up their advance. I don't think the military commission will stand a chance against surrounding offensive from the Alliance. A proactive attack from us might bring greater results. If we rely on contact points within the city, she strived to preserve. It was only because she puts herself in danger during this time that our backup plan managed to proceed without a hitch. She did well. Yeah, Heidi. I'd love to hear from Cause in private about what your group went through, but it really isn't the best time for that. To be honest, it was all I could do. It was all I could do to bring you out of the chaos. Many of those in the city saw an airship crash, and everyone has been guessing who done it. She's still so high. Doctor, you may find it hard to imagine the joy when you suddenly see hope within the long, dark night. It sounds like it'll benefit our operations in the city. I wouldn't call it a benefit. At almost, it means more possibilities for us. Heidi, how did contact and closure go? Communications are still being restored, and the city's taken a big hit. We're pressed for time, too. W, no, she insisted I call her Weasadel. She said she received a transmission from her subordinates and took off to verify it. I couldn't stop her. No matter. She knows very well what she should be doing. Also, check your belongings. She must have left a way for us to contact her. Huh? It really is. When did she leave this beacon on me? It's very much her style of doing things. How are Amiya and Logos doing? The next area hasn't been swept clear yet. Once they confirm it's safe, we'll evacuate to the next safe point at once. Doctor, Amiya, she just needs some time. Alright, I'll try my best to get in touch with more of our friends inside the city. We'll need their help. I also compiled all the information we know. Sync that data with closure once you manage to connect with her. I also uploaded arrangements for the other Rhodes Island operators into PRTS. Tell them to update their PRTS as soon as possible. As soon as they can, so everyone's on the same page. Seizing the opportunity. It's a chance for us to buy time and react to anything in advance. Understood. I'll handle it. I'm the one most familiar with the rebuilt intricacy network, after all. You may have not noticed, Doctor, but you've become more proactive ever since we've left the assimilated universe. Is that so? Double clicked. Is it due to the first Iridium? You become somewhat impatient ever since you met Theresa and learned some truth I'm unable to speak of. I don't think it's a bad thing. I still have my own reservations, but what's important now is to stay clear-headed and make your judgments. Why did I betray Theresa back then? Only Theresa knows the truth to that. I would not make any further judgments on that incident, but it does not mean my anger towards that event is no more. I'm just saying this as a recap to make sure that I understand. The whole reason that he did it was because he wanted to see the Originium project fulfilled, right? He felt like everything would have been for nothing, right? Am I? Yeah. Okay, Comey, yes. See, yes. Wife's still mad. Yes, okay. Okay, I'm just making sure I'm still on the same page, because God forbid something comes up and I forget and you guys hop on me. Yeah, anger towards revenge is no more. However, Doctor, you have proven yourself to me, to us. You have walked on the same path as us, to where we are today. That's enough to prove that Theresa made the right decision. So there's no need to be trapped in your past self. Besides, you know absolutely nothing about everything that happened then. That's precisely why I can't comprehend Theresa's choice at all. But from her few sentences, I have a suspicion that fills me with fear. I have a guess to what my own mission is. Ooh. If he says I'm a savior, it's going to sound like he's going back to the past self. If he says I'm a destroyer, it sounds like he's realizing that this is his goal to destroy this land. Or maybe I'm overthinking it and destroyer is the one I'm supposed to choose. I know, but I like the illusion of choice, so I'm giving myself that illusion. Can you really say that now with such a calm tone? You're hesitating. You have doubts. That was never your true self. Do not let unwarranted speculation disturb your present determination. We determine who we are by our actions than our words. No matter how long we spend hesitating before we reach the end, the future will answer me, Doctor. I am now more willing to follow you down your path. We will witness it together. But now our key focus should be the thing that can turn the tides of war. Theresa would only hand it over to someone she trusts most, no matter how the Sarkis are faring. Theresa's trust towards Theresis has never changed. They've never truly diverged from one another. What we currently face is still within scope of their plan. Theresis, we have unfinished tasks to get to. We don't know what Theresis plans to do with a weapon that can easily change this land. There is reason to believe it will not be a gentle method. We need to stop him. Iridium has something to do with me. I cannot absolve myself from the atrocities that happen in Ladunium either. Perhaps this is my mission. I cannot absolve myself from the atrocities. Did you just smile? Okay. That's no. She did smile though. I saw it. Now, no, now you have you decided your next course of action, Doctor? I'll need your help. She smiled for like 3 pixels. I saw it. Oh man, that's one way to end it. I kind of feel like, and no, it's not over. There's still more. This always happens. Now the Sarkis have see, I remember that. Now the Sarkis have only one choice left to make, Theresa. Yes, our people have already made their choice. I'll fulfill the promise made between us. I will help you. Why do you sigh? I know if I won, you would stand by my side without a shred of hesitation. Isn't that right, Theresis? Theresis can no longer hear her voice. She is gone, but her answer to the future remains. The first Originium fell from the Shard's peak, traversed the barrier, and landed in the place of Westaleg's subterranean throne room. The answer already lies in the palm of this hand. Oh, what an epic fucking picture. You wrestled the key to freedom for the Sarkis from its arrogant creator. as you promised me you would, but I lost you completely. Darissa, you fulfilled your promise, so how could I resign myself to walk in your shadow? I will continue ahead on this path you are halfway through to the end, to receive what is ours from those who believe they dictate our fate. I couldn't say it for a second for some reason. I shall judge that arrogant sin, and this land ought to revere us. This war to him has already ended, and as for the future, the rest will bear witness. He ignores the ancient seat of the Victorian kings caked in dust and steps into an unknowable darkness. Darissa has already opened him the door to the truth. He looks forward to what he'll find beyond that door, who will be there to welcome him. I have a question, phantom of a bygone age. Who boasts yourself a giant, a god, a supreme creator, one who can dictate the fate of the Sarkans? Are you truly the only one of your kind, Doctor? Okay, this is the extra thing that you guys wanted me to watch. Wait. Wait. Man, I just want to get to the end of it. He's coming to kill our ass. Yeah. Secret place and this. All right. The future of sailing upon gentle land belongs to you. Oh wait, hold on. Was I supposed to go to the left first? No. Okay, read this. Okay, this is an eternal journey, one that promises to never end. The myriad souls have long since fallen into silence, their forms nearly worn away by the ravages of time. Only their king still moves forward, for the sake of them all. Darissa has no intention of stopping. She had traveled to the depths of the civilized Interna several times in the past, but this time, her wanderings are slightly different. She no longer stops to draw from the vast sea of knowledge within. She is merely here to see. To use her own eyes for one last time, to see the people and affairs of the land, to see what happens, or perhaps what has not yet happened. Vermont. So in the end, she managed to make it this far. Now, what should I praise Her Highness for? Her stubbornness or her incredible talents? Forget it. No matter if I scold her or praise her, the myriad souls wouldn't be able to hear it. Let us put the situation in Victoria aside for a moment. The races in the Nazlam will sort out that mess. Next, we have the military commission's spies all stuffed into Westerleg's spears. They're itching to pit the goats and cats against one another as soon as they can. Also that they can avert their eyes from Castle. Keep your threads tidy. Damn you. Threads tidy. Remember, we too will be scurrying out of here forthwith. That boastful sheep is unlikely to tolerate us lurking about underneath her nose any longer. I've already grumbled at Logos' mother about how that pair of siblings is far too radical. They have all sorts of trouble breathing down our necks soon. Mark my words. You'd best make haste on your work in Castle, Ermengarde. Oh, the thickie. If Doris's plans to not completely succeed, the armies of Victoria, Nolithinian, and other nations of the core will immediately march on Kasdal. We must inherit the legacy of Babel and protect that city. Inherit the legacy of Babel and protect that city. We must not let what happened 200 years ago repeat itself once more. Wait, did that thread just move? Was that you, Ermengarde? I see. Hope. I truly dislike having to hear that word, but it does seem like a path forward has opened for us. Isn't that right, Your Highness? Teresa sees the tiniest of smiles break through the elderly lich's solemn visage. She loosens the transparent thread running through the depths of the void, giving her old friend a nod as he paused in his complaints for a moment before setting off for even more distant lands. Wait. Okay, I'm right. I know what you're thinking. IS4 stuff. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The shadow has changed. This I see. Yet another ill omen of yours? Not completely. For seeking me out to inform me of what you have foreseen, you have my thanks. But my mind is unchanged. The taint that the demons bring with them is spreading, and if all we do is move south over and over again, Sami is doomed to be drowned in that filth. Even if everything I see pertaining to your future ends in tragedy, I always knew it will. As early as the time I became Snow Priest. Oh, that's a cool last name, Snow Priest. No, ever since I was born on this ice field, ever since I became a Sami warrior, I knew what my end would be. I do not fear death. I also do not fear the demons stealing my body, turning me into an enemy that sows corruption with every step. There will be younger warriors following in my footsteps, heading for the furthest reaches of the north. If by some misfortune we were to meet, they will use their bows and staves to cleanse my body of its stains. The will to protect Sami will not so easily die out. This is thanks to this that I do not consider this outcome a tragedy. If that's the case, then good fortune to you, Expeditioner. Please take this. A foldartle? A foldartle. A parting gift. I have heard that most of the Cyclops clans have decided to leave Sami, but you have chosen to stay behind. There's a prophecy about the survival of this land. I must make it manifest. Sami would thank you for many years of toil, Sarkis. It's a ritual carving. It gives blessings. Okay. You have shared your foresight with me, so I in turn will grant you a sound I have heard. A horn resounds across the ice field. It is a signal from the expedition, and also a way to greet others across the great distances. Perhaps the Cyclops will not return to Kasdal, for this frozen land is already her home. Theresa's gaze overlaps with Argus. Argus, that's the woman's name, right? She looks at the wanderer's pattern inscribed upon the wood given to her by the Snow Priest. Lexan. Flora and fauna flourish and fall. Last she ever long. Who is this? Nasty. Found it. These readings, it's definitely near. Wait, she's from Lone Trail. Wait, what the fuck? What is happening? Right before Lone Trail? Ah, pre-Lone Trail. Okay. My calculations can't be wrong. We're standing on the greatest archaeological discovery in Colombia. No, in all the nations. So, how should we go about digging a hole as fast as possible? I'd like to send myself down there alongside some energy cables. No, I remember who she is now. No, it just took me a minute. I didn't remember the name Nasty though. Miriam won't be happy. He would definitely prefer we explore and excavate with more care. But who asked him to go north and never return? The engineering section's in charge of this. My crews already began work before I notified you. Very good. Would you mind if I'm the first one down? Sarkis, guard. Oh, you rarely use incantations during work. I have to make sure the people around me don't go fainting at the sight of some Sarkis parlor tricks. I should probably give you a whole safety procedure spell, control, but I doubt you're in any mind to listen. The military and the mainlanders will be here soon. Whatever you're hoping to find, you'll need to make it quick. I will. Before my eyes are blinded by the shroud of death, I must see that what I wish to see. Oh my god, what is going on? Theresa sees. Time moves forward more by a stitch. She can feel this place reject her. She thinks back many years ago, to the first time she drew near to the heart of the Rhodes Island landship alongside Calcit. This place is similar, a place she has never stepped foot upon, a divine residence. That cute little being has just left, but then in comes another intruder. Oh, perhaps not. But in those ripples of data tagging along behind you, I sense something familiar to me. Perhaps you are like me, someone left behind in the past, a spirit with no choice but to struggle through an age not your own. What's kept you going on your long sojourn? Perhaps a feeble, dim hope like mine. Or perhaps the cherished memories of kin you cannot see any longer. Gladia, take care around my lance, doctor. It may tear your paper skin. It may tear your paper skin. There is nothing below the surface of the sea worthy of your attention at this point in time. What is it that you fixed your gaze upon? A few memories, that's all. I once believed that Jaeger was far removed from the land, that the problems it faced were of a different kind to ours, but perhaps it might not have been completely correct. I'm surprised to see you question yourself. I merely do not wish to arrive late a second time. If the ocean's troubles are not so independent of the lands, then the threats that we face may intersect with one another. This would be a situation worse than our prior worst case scenarios. Luckily, we have the opportunity to seize the initiative before the crisis detonates. I hope that you can keep that level of confidence when you accompany me on my return to Jaeger. The ones I trust are the hunters, Gladia. A most amusing pretense. The abyssal hunters had emerged from the seafloor onto a dry land, and now they prepare to return. I've seen you all change along your journey. Change? Not quite what I expected. You'll find yourselves back at your starting point, no matter if it is you, Scotty, or Spectre. Your colleague chose to walk along his own path of life. Alpanus. Best make yourselves ready. When the time comes, you will find yourselves with different perspectives on Jaeger, on the sea and the land, and on the calamities then we must face together. That is far more valuable than any physical bridge between our people. Motes of light float above the water's surface. Ooh, that chill. That was cold. Casting clear shadows beneath them. Just like the bridge that Chaotik spoke of. Oh, what, bro? I don't know how to fucking say that name. Shut up. Upon, I don't know. All pianos. Oh my god. Okay, you guys are stupid. You guys are freaking stupid. Stop it. Theresa steps atop this bridge spanning the void. Time speeds up, the waves matching its speed, and she finds it difficult to control how her consciousness advances. Chaotik. Theresa tries her best to turn her head back, to look upon her friend and her friend's friends, new and old, standing behind her, until they merge together with the motes of light. This is in Laterino, right? The motes expand. The former king of Sarkis finds herself standing in the middle of a church, bathing in the purest of light, a holy light. She stands face to face with the Sancta Pope, his bright halo ringing his head. Oh, I got it right. Okay, cool. The young messenger met by chance by the riverside, the gentle old man in front of the church windows. She remembers him, and time has not changed her judgment. I am not saying that. Yeah. It has been quite a while since any new names have emerged. Is that a good thing? We've had many new saints within the few short years. With some of their number, I have found myself hard pressing to agree with their appointment. We still do not know what roles these saints will play in the future. Since there have been no further saints chosen, Your Holiness, does this mean that the crisis might have already passed? You're very optimistic. I hope that our Laterino can stay as optimistic as you for a very long time. However, it has never fallen silent in the past. Your Holiness, for a moment I wasn't able to feel, no, how could this be? The light dies out. First a lantern, then an entire city block. From the Tower of Revelations to the notarial hall of Pagus Michaelian. Then on to the Sunset Chapel in Pagus St. Marcel. Then the chapel square. It all plunges into darkness. It is swift. It is chaotic. It cannot be held back. The ice field, the oceans, the land, all the signs foretell the suffering that the people of tomorrow will face. Just like the suffering she has seen in many a time with Civilite and Turna. She emerges from the darkness. Soft golden sand shift beneath her feet. Ruins, crystal clusters, sand dunes. Everything before her eyes looks strange and unfamiliar. Raising her head above the sandy squall, she hears, sees, feels the presence of that lonely girl. The one walking right towards her. Her figure wrapped in a cloak. The girl raises her hood. Originium blooms under the girl's feet like marks in the snow. Theresa sees her rhomboid pupils. What pupils? You are? Sands sweep across her view. Implies Senka can grow boob. What? Amiya from the PV? Walking in the desert? The sands sweep across her view, covering her eyes. This is not the end, but Rhombus, the symbol. Yeah. Okay, my bad. This is not the end, but this is the furthest that Theresa can go. The darkness presses in on her, bearing her way forward. It covers her eyes, smothers her thoughts. Only her passionate emotions remain, still echoing through the eternal darkness. She once held countless questions as she walked upon her journey, but once she reached her end, and all she desired was a simple answer. What a beautiful picture. In these futures, and perhaps ones even further away, are the people I love still there? Theresa urgently searches, turning towards the only light within the darkness. She has found the answer. They treated this whole section like a fucking movie. But we don't get to see, yeah. Click the left black box.
I'm here.
What?
Even when Amiya is asleep, her ears still twitch. Amiya.
Stop.
I'm so sorry.
Stop. Her recordings? Why? I like this blurred thing. That's cool. These are in order from left to right. Surprise for Dr. English. Operator preview rebirth. Okay, so I'm guessing you want me to watch all three of these, right?
Oh, so this is how you use the gramophone that Closure brought over.
I love that's in English too.
Can you hear me? Today marks the first day of the start of Rhodes Island's official voyage, and I am elated beyond words. I remember the first time I saw this big girl, how battered and worn down she was. But Closure truly outdid herself, and Chaotik deserves credit too for helping. When the engine furnace first sputtered to life, I could feel the vibrations beneath my feet, even up on the deck. The setting sun in the wilderness seemed to draw an arc in the sky, and the foul beast accompanied us through the fiery red. She took a steady step forward, and it was a great relief to all of us.
I love this voice actor.
Rhodes Island. Truly, what a wonderful name. I hope this can become a place that many people call home. Huh? What do you mean, insufficient memory?
That's how a tape recorder works.
trials for the newest generation of arypathy medication failed. I could only pretend to keep my calm in front of everyone. Chaotik had said well in advance that this experiment's likelihood of success was extremely small. But once I saw even the smallest possibility, I couldn't help but place my heavy hopes on it. I keep thinking to myself, what will happen to Castel once arypathy is cured? What will happen to this entire land? No longer will...
This voice is fucking beautiful. Who is the voice actor for this person?
Will infants be sentenced to death by terminal illness at birth? No longer will it be a miracle for children to reunite with their parents, nay, even their grandparents. The life of an infected individual is far too short. If only I had more time and was able to bear witness to more of this land. Chaotik, these dreams you speak of, how long will it take for them to come true?
Yeah.
Recently, there's been an influx of patients, and the sick bays can't accommodate them all. At times like these, I find myself wishing that Rhodes Island was just a little bigger. But Closure has already been up all night working on the renovation project, and I can't be too harsh on her. Oh, among these new arrivals, there are a lot of very young children. This land may not always be kind to us, but the one constant is that children will always be our hope. We don't have a tremendous number of doctors who know how to take care of children. As cute as they may be, they're not always the best behaved, and that can be headache-inducing. Even Ascalon doesn't take her own health as seriously these days. Huh? Ascalon? Why are you here? No, I didn't call for you.
She just wants to be around you.
It's snowing. Procuring supplies has proven difficult this winter. The nearby villages have not had good harvests, which makes one worry about the situation in Casdell City. Achoo! But still, when I see everyone playing in the snow on the deck, I can't help but fall in love with this frosty little phenomenon. After one afternoon, the deck was filled with snowmen. Unfortunately, the engine furnace came back on, and all the snow quickly melted. I've heard that the northern part of Sammy is an ice field that hasn't thawed in tens of thousands of years. I wonder where the Cyclopes are now.
Cyclopes?
Amiya? Isn't it time for you to go to bed? Oh, you're hungry? It just so happens that I'm a bit peckish myself. So let's sneak into the canteen and see if there are any grilled veggie pancakes.
Grilled veggie pancakes. Oh, Amiya.
Even when Amiya's asleep, her ears still twitch. Amiya, I'm so sorry for making a decision like this myself. But I truly believe we can change that future you so despise. I often wonder, with whom will you walk shoulder to shoulder? And what kind of future will you choose? Babel will be your warm hearth. It's a little kindling taken from the furnace, and it will surely bring comfort to many in the future. Amiya, I will stay with you for whatever time I have left. I will watch you grow, and will also be with you as we look out across this land. Amiya, I seem to be a bit tired. Would you mind if I borrowed your bed? Good night, Amiya. Doctor, whether you realize it or not, you've been traveling with Rhodes Island for quite some time now. Though you may say you were a passerby, I nevertheless wish to welcome you to our side. I did not have the opportunity to witness the era you lived in.
For you.
But I heard that people back then were free from the torments of catastrophes.
Thank you guys for saying something, because I didn't even see that there.
And oripathy, and could share their words and thoughts in a heartbeat. Indeed, what a beautiful path that must have been. However, you bravely embark on this journey alone, even as it spans thousands of years. I believe you still have hopes for this land, don't you? So, Doctor, please, continue to stay with Amiya and Chaotik. I believe that you will once again fall in love with this world, and once again choose hope.
She knew.
In the future. Thank you, Doctor.
Wow. W's in the chat, guys. W's in the chat. Her voice sounds so warm and filled with so much hope, even when she knew things were going to go wrong. And they chose the perfect voice to make sure that you felt that warmth. I love it. I love that. All right, so now you guys want me to watch the other two, right? Surprise for Doctor. Two more videos. Okay, cool.
20年の歳月をさすらった末、
I've seen this.
結局この地に戻ってきた。なぜなら、私は救われたからだ。闇夜の
檻です。
そうそう、檻の中から。これより我らの魂は、憎しみをなんちゃらした刀のために二度と燃えることはない。
憎しみを射込んだ刃だ。もう3度目だぞ。
台本通りじゃなきゃダメなの？こんなもん誰がわかんのよ。
無理ならさっさと諦めなさい。そもそも文盲の就任演説なんて誰も期待してないよ。
Oh God, this is how I feel all the time. No one's looking forward to an illiterate speech.
はいはいはい。サプライズね。ダーン。じゃあ、とびっきり驚かせてあげるわ。
Oh God, I love her so much.
Stories, legends, and myths comprise the Sarkaz past. We have watched generation after generation go by. Yet, the echoes of ancient history still roar with anger. They have never left us. Anger is not a bad choice. If we can harness it properly, it could bring the passion and determination for change. There are many who hope to change the status quo, but only a few have the courage and ability to undertake that responsibility. And so
yeah.
the deep
Glitch.
and resonant bells will one day ring out, heralding a hopeful future. Perhaps in this future of perpetual change, we will build a new home under our own power. We will look back on all that has happened here, and with cool heads, we will pass judgment on ourselves. When that day comes, the people will bid farewell to pain with laughter and tears. They will cast out sorrow with hope and blessings. And I will have long since become a character in children's bedtime stories. The twin moons will no longer stare coldly at lonesome travelers in the night. The scorching sun will no longer burn harshly the flowers beloved of young ones. You want to be part of it? Then you'll have to work hard. The future is a long way away.
This is so good. Oh man. They've been trusting the future to Amiya in her decisions. They're believing on her and believing in her because of the fact that Darissa entrusted her, entrusted the crown to her. I love this. This was a great way to end it off. Sorry, I gotta see this again.
じゃあとびっきり驚かせてあげるわ
I love it. Actually, let's take it a step further. Check Baki's message. There's one more thing. Can you check if you have that one AK home screen called Flower Bed? I do not. I do. I've seen this. Isn't the doctor supposed to be somewhere? Listen to the music. Oh, there he is. So tiny. Replace waste with civilized. Time obtained. Oh yeah. Okay.
I still remember this conference room. This seat. Was it reserved for Teresa? No. I have no need for it.
Oh, this is the future that Teresa hoped for. The same white flowers that she made from Originium. Oh, too bad there's like not a...
Teresa is no more. This body, this vestige before you, is but a program that exists within the King of Sarkas. My form and my presence are the result of Amiya's emotions. As much as I may remember everything from the past, please do not mistake me for Teresa herself.
That's Cap. You're Teresa, okay? That's Cap.
I will remember each and every one of you. Your ideals are equally worthy of respect. Keep striding forward. I shall be at your side.
I figured she'd be calm in battle. Okay. Copium overdose? No, no, no. The truth shall be unveiled, okay? This is her. Her trust voices say otherwise? What?
Boo, I'm watching you, Doctor.
Okay, I don't have the trust stuff. I have to level her up or use her a bit. Support survival devious. All right, my body is aching. I just want to go to sleep. You want to go over the entire thing? Yeah, I can chat a little bit. I'm in Mod's voice. I can hear you. Say something again. Yeah, it's not picking you up. Give me a second. At least I don't think so. Can y'all hear it? No, it's not picking you up. Hold on.
Hello.
There we go. I think it's picking you up now.
Testing, testing.
Teresa
Hey,
said nothing wrong.
Destroy the world, Teresa. I would never. I would never have faulted you.
Mom, I'm on TV. Hey.
Isn't it past your bedtime?
Fuck you, I'm 29 years old.
Your mom can beat your ass for staying up so late.
It's 3:50 a.m. Yes, it's pretty late.
Oh my god, thank you for staying up and watching this, even though you really don't have to.
I have the entire week off.
Oh yeah, okay, you did say that. You did tell me that yesterday. All right. So, what are the things that you guys feel like I either missed, didn't understand, or you just want to make sure that I understand before I go?
All of it.
Do you have any questions? I guess we can start with that.
I mean, I felt like I understood what was going on. There was a few I mean, every single time that I didn't understand something, I kind of vocalized it and you guys kind of answered it for me. So,
There's one thing that you didn't acknowledge, and you might have forgotten it. I just want to point it out.
okay.
Julie was the girl from Babel,
I
the
didn't
Babel event.
I didn't know what was going on with that. Okay, go ahead.
She was the girl who went to kill Teresa's, and she ended up, remember Teresa dies during that
Yes.
fight, and she goes and fights the Steam Knights. Since they went to the area where the Steam Knights were dead, they found her body, which is why they were like, oh, this jacket says Julie, because Teresa stitched her name into it
Yeah.
before fixing it up and giving it back to her.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
I
the
just
That was
entire
forgot.
thing with
I just forgot. Yeah.
Teresa's. Yeah, and the very first thing, like you see Julie and Teresa's, and he's like, "Yeah, you go into the mausoleum and you kill the Steam Knights." And she's like, "Hey, that's a suicide mission. Why should I do that?"
Yeah.
And Teresa is just like, "Yeah, you're welcome to try and stay alive," and that just confirms she didn't make it out.
Oh my gosh. Her face picked up in my face the moment when you said that she uh she went to go face the racist.
even sadder, or if you remember, Ascalon fell off the lifebone fighting Manfred, so she didn't get to go there, and she does not know about that. Remember, she had a connection with Julie, and they were somewhat friends. So that's even
Probably
sadder. That
it's
Ascalon
probably
didn't
good
even
that
get
that doesn't come back up though. You think so?
confirmation. Or I feel
Depends. I mean, there are a lot of people who are salty that W was the main girl in this chapter and got her closure, and not Ascalon, who was basically the foster daughter of Teresa. Ascalon just exists and throws fists with Manfred all the time.
sibling
I
story.
don't view it that way. I mean, yeah, of
Some people in
course,
the community are salty about that. I don't
like
mind it either.
like for me, right? I feel like we because of all of the lore that's been coming up ever since Dark Knights, um it only made sense to close this up for W. We have more of an attachment to W than we do Ascalon. I'm not saying Ascalon didn't deserve her moment, right? But it just didn't feel like it would have
Yeah,
made
of course.
it didn't feel like it would have made as much sense. And on top of that, we still don't know if maybe the next chapter might fill in that little bit, that little piece that was missing here for Ascalon. Maybe the next chapter might be
And
about Ascalon
the
in some
next
way.
chapter, yeah.
Yeah, like I
My
just
sad
Uh,
part, my only sad part about it is that the only one that would have remembered Julie was Ascalon, and she was unfortunately the only one thrown off the lifebone. So everyone else is like, oh, it's just fucking some girl named Julie, fuck it, and they just toss it to the side. But if Ascalon was there would have been some closure for her because they were friends. She would have known. I'm just sad that Ascalon didn't get that moment, and Julie's corpse didn't get that moment. They were just like, yeah, some girl
common
named
Ascalon
Julie.
L.
mm, common Ascalon. No, I don't see it the same way as whoever in the community feels that way. I
Yeah.
just kind of feel like
I think the special thing about it being W is also because W just has just such a small connection or brief connection to Teresa.
mhm.
It still shaped her life and changed her views in a drastic manner, and that shows just how much Teresa, even just existing and being around people, did for them.
Oh man.
W is definitely meant to represent the average Casdell. She was just a mercenary who did everything but kill all her life, and she met the queen, or the king of Sarkaz, and it changed her into a completely different person. Anytime Teresa was involved, she wasn't even remotely the same as when she's with anyone else, including Hodor and Inez.
She was a bitch
She was
around
given a
everyone else,
dream.
and I love it. I love the fact that she's one person around this group of people, but the moment that Theresa came up, she became super vulnerable. Like you would see it in uh the way the specific things that she would always say and how she would hesitate in various situations. It just it gave more life to W than even Arknights did. And I already liked how she was portrayed in Arknights.
Yeah, plus, I mean, I believe W is an original character from Lowlight, so maybe there's some favoritism, who knows?
All I
She is
need,
for girls
all I need now that we got that moment for W, and she had, we don't need any more stories about W's past with Theresa anymore. Now all I need to tie this all up is for a W-like character to be in the field. That's all I want. I'm happy.
Walter Alter.
Walter Alter. That's weird. Oh man.
Oh,
Walter
Wizard
Alter.
Alter. And she's going to be limited too, and people are going to be upset.
As always.
They'll do the same attack, but it'll be in that game, so it'll be a giant explosion that covers the entire screen, and you won't know what's happening. Just blindingly bright.
Yeah, power creeping every previous DPS character.
I think the next part of the story is definitely going to be revolving around Shining a little bit and what happened with the Confessory.
People somehow think this is the end of Arc 2, by the way.
No, there's one more.
Even though it ends on an actual cliffhanger, there's no one knows yet. And since they broke the chain of 6 months between chapters, people assume that it's just over. Even though it literally ends on a cliffhanger. It literally ends on a cliffhanger. There are so many untied loose ends. Like,
well, they can, if they wanted to, they can just pull the side story card
Static?
like they did for Siege's stuff.
Hold on.
Professional streamer.
It's not me. Say something again.
Hello.
Test. Is this
good?
better? Hello.
It doesn't say any mics are procking. I don't know what's causing that.
Static still? That sucks. I hate this app.
Just me?
No, it's both of you.
Well, when we talk, it doesn't do, like, the overlay is not procking, so it must be Discord doing something weird.
No, the overlay is not the overlay is not procking because this is a completely different computer. It's a dual PC setup. So on the one computer that's streaming, that's the one that has you guys that I have you guys set up on.
Oh, people are saying fixed. Test.
Yeah, okay, cool. You guys are fine now.
At least.
But yeah, it's a dual PC setup. All the stuff. That's why I was saying on this computer I don't have Discord on it. It's a one monitor, games only computer. And then there's the other computer which has my editing stuff on it. Everything's recorded on it. Yeah.
Careful. You clicked on a Laterano event. If you are not careful, Komi's gonna jump at you.
Time to make some growling noises and like, hold me back, Baki. Hold me back.
You don't know how to growl, okay?
We didn't need more memberships for them to earn that kind of. Anyway, like maybe like 100, hit 100. We got 65 people in here and only 6 likes. I'm sure that's a mistake on my desktop. Oh, now it's a 7. Yay.
Yeah.
About the chapter, I don't know. Major things that were important.
Can't really think of anything else that I didn't understand. I mean, everyone called me because I made it very apparent that I didn't understand what was going on when stuff was happening, and pretty much every single time you guys corrected or informed me about what I should be paying attention to or what I shouldn't. I don't really feel like I missed much. A few things, yeah, sure, but I don't really feel like I missed much.
Christmas pointed out the priestess part.
Which priestess part?
The
one where she showed up on the screen and when it was all confusing and shit for a moment. Okay, yeah.
That is confusing. Yes, you are very on. So I want to say the Enfield thing first because that'll hype you up because I know you love Enfield. We all love Enfield here.
I just like Arknights. I don't. Infield is just a new thing, and it's gonna be cool because it's new, and it's gonna be 3D Arknights finally. But anyway, continue.
The new theory about how the administrator is the doctor is, if you remember, Priestess talks about how their civilization has the ability to extend their consciousness to different planets, planets separate from where their current body is. The implication, and that people assume, is that they have like shells, bodies that they operate like a video game. So the administrator could literally just be a new body for the doctor, and there's also the chance that people are assuming that the doctor's body right now is also just being manually controlled from a different location. However, after you rereading it, I don't think that's the case because Priestess
That doesn't make
explicitly
sense.
says they are not regular Priestess and that they need to find the real one. So this implies that entire sequence is just in their head and you're not actually somewhere else. Which also implies something weird about Priestess, because saying that they need to find the real one implies there's some kind of disconnect, and then there's the rhombuses and the alternate world, which are probably the real Priestess, which
I
is
just thought
scary.
like I don't know. She was just in one of those dream states for a bit, and then when Calcit showed up, I just lost complete control of what the fuck ever was going on. I didn't understand after that. It just didn't make any sense. Uh, it didn't make sense how the priestess was suddenly just there. It just didn't make sense. None of it made sense to me. So
Well, the thought was that the doctor was waking up in his original body, and that Terra is actually just another one of like, oh, we're just projecting our consciousness to Terra. So the doctor woke up on like a space station and was talking to the real priestess. But just the dialogue between them implies that
I
it's
was
not real.
I was just about to say that didn't sound like it was something that actually happened through the conversation that took place. And then shortly after meeting up with Calcit and with Amiya, that just further proves that that's like not I don't know. It just felt like a entirely it
The
meant to
way
be
the way I interpret it is after the airship made contact with Amnenam and they got sucked into the Originium universe. It's basically just as you saw, like everything, all the information, all the data is dissolved. Everything's just a giant pool of information,
Mhm.
and somewhere in there, in Originium itself, I believe Priestess put herself. That's why she's always like talking to you. Hey, I can do whatever you want. Hey, I'm waiting here for you. When you come back, just do your thing, and when you're done, I'm here for you. And I think when Doctor entered that space, Priestess made like contact with him, and she recreated the scene as like, hey, for old time's sake, like we did it back then. And after she realized, yeah, the Doctor. Yeah, she also acknowledged, like, oh yeah, there was this issue where you lost your memories and they got damaged irreparably because of this stupid B word, Teresa.
Why did you have to do that? We're coming down, bro.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a nice husband and suddenly this husband gets to know this other woman and then this woman just shows up in your home and she just builds a giant tower in your living room, I mean, isn't that a bit? I
Okay.
would get mad too.
If you want a
Okay.
nice horrifying tangent, Priestess explicitly says that she can grant your wishes, which
Right.
implies that she is combined with Originium and controlling it in some way. However, if you notice, during that sequence, she has rhombuses in her eyes. She has the little like shape.
I did notice that.
Um, there are theories that Priestess might end up taking control of Amiya through some means. And if you remember in the scene, the little hidden node, Amiya was standing in the desert with rhombuses in her eyes, just like Priestess.
We
And
don't know if that's Amiya though.
we do not
The
know
only
if it's
correlation we have is like the first concept PV where Amiya is walking through a desert, I guess.
with Rom
Could
Mississippi.
also just be
And
priestess
on her
walking through. Because Teresa, it says Teresa turns back and sees a person walking through the desert and says, "Hey, who are you?" So Teresa doesn't recognize that person. If it was Amiya, I think she would have reacted differently. Could have just been priestess walking through the desert, being like, "Hey, Teresa, I finally caught you now. Time for you to disappear."
Oh my god.
I think she says, "Are you?" not "Who are you?" I might be misremembering that, even though it just
I'll have to
happened.
check
I
again.
thought it's like, "Are you?" ... but it is left ambiguously, so there's a chance it is an Amiya.
Yeah.
It is
But
entirely based on just the concept trailer.
yeah, but I believe there's some form of consciousness for priestess inside Originium, and she can just basically do what she wants, but she just decides she doesn't really care about Terra. She just cares about the Doctor, and she knows just forcing the Doctor back in is not going to do what she wants. So she's just patiently waiting her time. You also we have a couple of times when Kelsit is saying, "Hey, don't try to Logos, I believe. Don't try and understand the concepts here in this world, or you're
Stop.
going to get the
Static.
attention."
Stop for a second. Say something.
Testing. Is this better?
Testing.
Yeah, it's better again.
Okay.
Yeah,
Logos.
Kelsit is saying to Logos, like, "Yeah, don't try and understand this place. If you're poking too much at this, then you're going to get the attention of something we don't want." And later on, when the fight with Teresa comes to an end or to its climax, it's like, "Yeah, the tower that we're standing on is falling apart. Someone has noticed that we are here, and they are erasing everything here to get it back to its original form." So yeah, so there's priestess in some kind of way inside Originium, I would say, and she's just chilling there and basically doing nothing for the time.
Comey, didn't you say there was something that was just revealed in the story? You don't have to tell me anything just yet, but did you say there was something that Doctor was protecting them from?
Uh, there's a hidden threat that is actually it's implied in this. If you remember, they're implying we're setting ourselves up for something, and it's very ambiguous. I didn't tell you the name of it, but I told you that it's in the lore books and it's been hinted at in stuff that you haven't read. But there
Just tell me the
is
name of it. Just don't tell me anything that would like take away from the story. The name of it's fine.
the name of it is Observer, but beyond that, we do not know why. We do not know how, and we're not even really sure how actually strong it is, or if it's even like a monster, or just like a civilization. It's
We just know that the old civilization, who was advanced and, as we know in Enfield, can make infinite food with their factories and can take their souls out of their body and go through the universe and whatnot. These people
Anti-spiral.
these people lost to something. This
What
civilization
anime
got
was
wiped
that?
out.
Someone just
Gurren
said
Lagann.
Gurren Lagann. Okay, yeah. I should have known because I just recently rewatched it or just watched it for the first time.
Also, that comes back to the line I told you about of have you ever wondered why those gods died? Because they literally were basically gods. They had like they were like peak civilization, even in like most science fiction media, and they somehow died to something that eliminated their entire civilization and made it so there's
you're
just
talking about where
one.
Doctor came from, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
his
the old
entire people were
civilization.
killed by this thing. So it is very strong. And I've already told you, the star pod, like the giant shell around their planet, there's a chance it wasn't meant to keep anyone in. There's a
Meant
very
to keep
high
something
chance it
out.
was meant to keep something out. And remember, they punched a hole in it. So there's a chance that something might know that they're there now.
Well,
So
we'll have to find out. We'll have to wait and see when it happens. But I gotta shut you guys down because I am getting text messages from Mother, and she wants to talk to me about something. That's usually not a good thing. So,
Okay.
you're up too late.
no, I'm
Hit me
probably
up
too loud.
if you hit me up if you want to do the Enfield stuff at some point.
We're gonna do the infield thing on the other channel, and I'm gonna wait until we're closer to the beta starting. I've already thought about this. So when it's the 16th is on a Thursday. So maybe we can even start like an hour or so before the beta actually begins, or maybe 2 hours before the beta begins, and we can just get you started.
In that case, okay, that's good to know because Thursday is a weekday, and you
Mhm.
know me.
Okay, my bad.
But
My bad.
no, well, if I get into Enfield, I was planning on taking like maybe Friday and Monday off anyways, if it releases at like afternoon for me on Thursday. That way I have a long time to enjoy Enfield myself if I
I
get in.
I actually
So
hope
if
that
you
both of you get into infield because I'm only thinking a lot like the amount of stuff that you guys would catch, and then when we come together and talk about this, the stuff that I wouldn't even notice to look at, you guys probably would have caught, and then we could just sit here and just talk about it. That would be sick.
well, we'll
Obviously,
see
you'll
how
just
this
pull
turns out.
strings, right? You'll get me and Baki in, right? Me and
I don't
Baki,
have
or you're
I
gonna
don't have that kind of power. What the hell?
you're gonna talk to
I
Haimao himself, and you're gonna demand that us and Baki get in, and he'll listen to you because you're his favored son, and everything will work out. Obviously,
yeah.
I
We'll
you heard
see.
this here, chat.
I maximize my chances, that's all I can say.
I just hope that Lowlight knows who the hell I am and knows that I want to talk to him one day. So yeah.
Yeah, the entire chat is crying. By the way,
Nobody
around the
cares
time
about
Enfield
Pepe.
launches, there's also gonna be Pepe.
No, I'm
Kind of
gonna.
unfortunate.
You will see me get Pepe. Don't worry, Pepe. You'll see me get
Yeah, I mean
Pepe.
that's not about it. I mean, I was looking forward to reading the Pepe story when the event comes out. But if the event comes out at the same day that the Enfield beta starts, then I'm gonna postpone the event story for a while.
Mm,
The Chinese New Year stream will also probably be on the same day, so you're gonna have a lot of shit to do.
I'm
It
okay with
usually
that.
ends
I'm okay with
I
that.
still
from
have to read
morning till the end
the.
of the day. You'll be packed.
Mm.
I still have to catch up on Shu's event. I actually didn't read that one.
I'm fully caught up. I was behind at one point, and then I started reading it at work when I had time. I'm finally caught back up on every event.
You read the
Thank God.
game at work. This is why this is why you're like literally understand everything about everything. That makes sense.
Okay,
I love
so
lore.
yeah, if you have to go, no problem. As I said, hit me up if you have like a date for the Enfield stuff. I've compiled it's integrated strategies, the roguelike mode. So I've tried to make it very concise, like the different steps you have to take to reach the certain endings, and then I have like the two cutscenes in there that I recorded that you can
Baki,
watch, so you get the
make sure your
information.
links work.
Brother in Christ, the links are properly in my document. I don't know why you can't click on it and it goes somewhere else. I don't know. You could have probably like highlighted the link and then in Excel at the top you have what is
Uh-huh.
in the text box. You could have copy pasted that one and that would have worked. But
Sure.
sorry that you're bad at tech. Sorry.
Whoa. So my bad. Your document didn't work.
Yeah. Bro has to install Excel before he can do anything here.
On my gaming computer.
Yeah, I have Excel on my gaming computer.
I didn't want to do that. I did it for you.
Yeah.
All
We
right.
can definitely do another one of these though, because you.
No, we need to do
I'm-
one that's more focused and we can just like talk
Yeah.
because now I'm just kind of rushing because I'm
Well,
looking at text
also,
messages.
You usually don't. I mean, you sometimes do like slight reviews, but it'd be really cool if you're able to do a review of like of what you can remember, because clearly you're just fucking forgetting everything in the world. I'm amazed you remember to breathe.
I'm
kidding.
sorry that I just moved and I'm still trying to get my life together and I'm looking for a new job and it's like I'm sorry.
Okay. You hear those excuses, chat? Nah, it would be cool if you were able to talk about like your thoughts on everything from chapter 0 to not like everything altogether, but I just mean like your overall thoughts of the Arknight story, because you are truly, you are as caught up as CN people, because CN people don't even have the next chapter yet. Also, they're static. Fuck me.
Just static again?
There it is. It's a little.
It's literally 2 clicks to fix it, so it's not really a big deal. You're fixed.
It'd be cool if you were able to like
almost
talk
fully
about
caught
like.
up. I mean, Chaotik is still missing tons of side lore, but overall
yeah.
for the main story part, yes.
That's the
I
hardest
mean, like,
fucking
just
part to
being
catch up on, to be honest.
But you are genuinely, like legitimately, as cool as, in my opinion, I think this is really cool, but I'm a weird lore person. You are legitimately as caught up as anyone on CN. As because there are some events that touch on lore, like as I mentioned, Path of Life touched on some stuff,
Yeah.
but basically, except Kasdelian Rescue and the Siege Altar event, you basically are caught up on the entire plot. Not even people on CN really like fully know what's going to happen next with like Teresa's getting the true Originium and all that shit. You are truly caught up on this plot. You are
I'm gonna
it,
tell you
you
straight up, like
basically
I
are.
would have been caught up if I didn't move. But now that I am moved and everything's all situated, when 15 comes out, crossing my fingers, we can do it on the day it freaking happens. So
Chapter 15 in 2030 or something.
whenever that happens, yeah.
It has been almost a year since the last chapter, which is unfortunate.
It's been
It'll probably be 6
oh, we are 6 months behind. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they skipped usually it's like every 6 months, but they skipped the 0.5 ended up being there just wasn't. It was Siege Altar. Her event was there instead of a new chapter, and then the people assumed it was going to be the 0.5, and then that was Lapland Altar. So we didn't get a new chapter like we usually do. So it'll probably be 6th anniversary, which means they're probably cooking a really fucking good character
Nah, nah,
and a
nah, nah,
really
nah.
good story.
Nah, nah, nah. Hear
Go
me, hear
Kobe
me out, hear me
coping
out, hear
for
me
the
out.
terraces
Hear me out,
playable.
hear me out, and then I'm gonna go. They're gonna release Infield and the chapter months apart from each other. Watch.
And then playable and no, I'm kidding. Not playable and then
Watch.
fucking
Watch.
crazy, though.
It's gonna be a crazy lore event that ties so much shit together. Watch.
Playable monster alter cute cat version.
The last thing that I want to mention, Teresa says that Teresa opened a door for him, and as he progresses
Yeah.
through it, he mentions that he's curious what he'll see on the other side, ending with the line that he asks Doctor at the statue during the rain scene of Babel if he's the last one. So there's a chance that this arc ends with us fighting Priestess, or something to do with confronting Priestess. Since now Teresa's can kind of just do that, since he has basically the original Originium. So there's some real fucking crazy shit.
He can literally say "fuck you" to Doctor and have a Priestess just. Yeah, that's crazy to think about.
Like chapter 15 could go really hard, and if it touches on Priestess, it'll definitely touch on Enfield in some way. It could be crazy. It could go really hard.
Okay. I'm gonna, as soon as you guys know anything about this next chapter coming, let me know, because I gotta make sure nothing stands in the way of me reading it the day it releases. I will literally start the moment.
Keeping our eyes open.
Yeah. Okay, I'm cutting you guys off because I definitely gotta go. Love you guys. Thank you guys for your help. I will harass you both after I sit back down at my computer.
I am prepared.
Yay.
Not as
You better be.
Baki definitely should sleep, but
yeah, Baki, go to bed.
Fuck you. I'm going to play some Withering Waves now.
Oh god. All right. Is that new chapter good?
Oh yeah.
Just yes or no question.
Visually amazing, exploration amazing. Story okay. I was never a big fan of the Withering Waves story, but it's better than the first arc, like first act.
Okay.
It's an improvement.
You know,
Definitely
it's an
worth
story.
checking out.
Laterano arc.
Okay, I left. Love you, call me, bye.
Laterano.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go. Thank you guys for enjoying the stream with me. We are now done with chapter 14. Now we just wait for Infield. There will be live streams for the anniversary and Chinese New Year's. Yeah, those two. Yeah. And I will be here when those start. All righty. Love you guys. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I will be here whenever something else comes up. for Arknights. Have a wonderful day. Stay healthy. Stay safe. Stay chaotic. Peace out, everyone. Mission completo. Chapter 14. Done.